Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special reading for Aries twin flames. Any Aries who are in a twin flame connection. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will not solicit for private readings. If you are interested in a private reading from me, I do offer that service, and information about that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, as well as any donations you would like to make, and I thank you in advance for that. So for those of you who have come to this reading and you have no idea what a twin flame is, or if you're in a twin flame connection, I'd ask you to please do some sleuthing on Google and YouTube, and people have made very long explanations of the twin flame connection. Essentially, it is people that share a soul. There's one soul in two bodies. So a twin flame is not like a soulmate in the sense of, you know, a soulmate can be a friend, it can be a parent, it can be a neighbor, it can be somebody that you just feel an instant kinship and a bond with. A twin flame is slightly different. A twin flame, if you are lucky enough to meet your twin flame in your lifetime, because they're not all born in the same lifetime, if you're lucky enough to meet your twin, that connection can be absolutely mesmerizing and highly, highly intoxicating and glorious and beautiful and everything you thought you wanted. And there soon after develops a a separation period between the twins, where there's a runner and a chaser. So there's somebody who knows, the chaser, who knows that this person is their destined person, and the runner who is like, this is too much for me to handle and I gotta get out of here. It can be very loving and supportive, and then at the same time suffocating and debilitating. It's very, very hard to describe. These are my first sets of readings, and something about your reading, I haven't felt this many throat chakra blocks. So already in your reading, Aries, I'm finding that maybe your twin, maybe you don't want to talk about your twin flame reading, which is fine. You don't have to sit here and listen to it. But maybe your twin is finding it difficult, or maybe you're finding it difficult to speak about the twin flame connection, because I didn't have this issue. I'm actually gonna pick up my lapis lazuli, because I didn't have this issue in the other readings, not to this extent. Anyway, I have done, I think, 7 readings today, so we're just going to get an overall energy to see where you are at in your twin flame connection. Oh, as I was saying, it's very hard to describe this to people who are not in this situation. It's very hard to describe, but if you are a twin, then you already know what I'm talking about. We're going to do your tarot reading with the Way Home Tarot, which is gifted to me by a beautiful friend. And the oracle will be from the Human Spirit Oracle for the overall energy. So Aries, let's see the overall energy for your connection. Well, okay. One of you is not paying so much attention. The words are head in the clouds. Head in the clouds. Head in the clouds, 24. It reduces to a 6, which is the Lover's card. Also can be seen as part of a twin flame dynamic, the Lover's card. There's a little tag here, and the word says believe. Believe. These aren't just butterflies, they're also moths. And one of the readers that I watch, who is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful intuitive, her name is San Tarot. She's probably my favorite, if not one of my top 3 favorite readers on YouTube. She always talks about the moth energy as very, very heavily psychic realms, kind of the underworld realms. You know, this doesn't feel anything like underworld. It's very bright. It's kind of almost chipper. These moths and butterflies look almost like kites. That could be relevant to you. Maybe you and your twin used to like flying kites. My cat is meowing at the door. He hasn't done that all day. Somebody wants to say something. But one of you has something to say and the other one is just maybe out to lunch. Maybe it's your twin. Maybe they're out to lunch right now and they're really frustrating you. So we're going to get 4 cards for your base spread, 4 cards for the clarifying energy. We'll see what this connection is all about. This is for Aries. Aries twin flame connection, Spirit. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Well, this is really interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so just skip to the end. The Lover's card came out, just as I mentioned it here. So that was very, very relevant to you. So the first 2 cards are going to be your energy. How are you feeling right now? We have the 3 of Pentacles represented by a anthill. So now I hear that Kate Bush song, Running Up That Hill. There's a very specific memory I'm getting right now, which I'll tell you about. I used to watch this show that was on Fox. It was called Bones. It's not an advertisement for Bones, but it was an awesome show, at least the first several seasons. Man, it was such an awesome show, so entertaining. It's about like a forensic scientist and whose name was Temperance. One of the lead characters on that show's name was Temperance, which is of the major arcana. You don't have it here, but that's relevant. Automatically, that just became relevant. Temperance, patience, alchemization, turning pain into power. Anyway, it was the Temperance, she's a forensic scientist, and her kind of buddy was an agent in the FBI. Booth and Bones, that's what they called each other. Anyway, there's one episode where she's like buried alive in like the desert or something, and that song, Running Up That Hill, was playing during that scene. This was like this show was like, I don't even know, 15 years ago. I don't even know how old that show is. I remember that scene because it was so dramatic and it was so good. And it wasn't Kate Bush singing, it was a different band. It was like Depeche Mode or something. I don't know who was singing it. But the idea of it was that, you know, were they twin flames, Booth and Bones? I'm gonna have to think about that. He saved her from like being buried alive. Very dramatic. This is what's coming here. It's almost like maybe there's a part of you that felt like you had to save your twin, which would suggest to me that you are the chaser, or whomever I am speaking to right now. And I don't even know if anybody's going to watch these twin flame videos. I would, since I am a twin, but maybe you felt like you wanted to save your twin, and I relate to that because that's what I wanted to do too. And then you realize you can't. Star card in reverse, clarifying it. You can't save your twin. You can't save anybody but yourself. Star card is all about wish fulfillment. It's all about healing. And you'll notice here the kind of beautiful, serene water, but the woods are very sparse. It's almost like a wintry, it almost looks so shiny, it's like iced over, right? The river or the little creek. There's coldness. It feels like coldness. And you wanted to heal your twin. This is Aquarian energy in the major arcana. You felt drawn to working together, collaborating with spirit and your twin, collaborating to build something. You wanted to build something with your twin. You wanted to heal something with your twin. But it's like almost like, did you focus too much on healing them and not enough on healing yourself, which is what Spirit just said to me. I'm going to actually ask for a clarifier on that one. Got two cards. You got the Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So where maybe in the past you had, this is a card of blocking, maybe in the past you had blocked others, you know, maybe you were hurt before you met your twin and you had blocked others and no one ever felt quite right. And then you changed that energy and you came in with a very, very solid offer. Solid offer, Knight of Pentacles. Reliable, authentic, earnest offer. How is your twin feeling at this time? Chariot card in reverse and the Two of Swords. Chariot card in reverse. Chariot card is major arcana. When I say major arcana, I mean very divinely guided portion of the beginning of the tarot deck, which Spirit has their hand in. It's like big energies and little energies. Chariot card, Cancer energy, talks about victory, talks about movement forward, travel, right? Moving against the current. This is like a salmon, right? Swimming upstream and succeeding normally, but you have this card in reverse. Sorry, excuse me, your person has this card in reverse. It's their energy. Your person doesn't feel like this is going anywhere. And in fact, and it may kind of sting to hear this, so I'm really sorry if it does. They didn't succeed. I just want to put that one out there. They tried to cut cords with you. And you know what? I'll be honest. I tried to cut cords with my twin too, but you can't do it. You can't cut cords. You can just move. You can move on. You can't cut the cord with your twin. You're connected with your twin. To cut cord with your twin would be to deny a piece of yourself. One soul, two bodies. It's so interesting, so beautiful how this is rendered, because I saw a video today on, it was like a YouTube short with a woman who's a twin flame, and she said she went into the Akashic records, like the great storehouse in the sky. Yes, Spirit. The great storehouse in the sky, to kind of make peace with her twin, and because she was in such despair that she was trying to just cut cords, like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. It's almost like she was looking at the life blueprint that, or the contract that you signed energetically to come to this life with your twin. She wanted to go into the Akashic records and just rip it up. I'm not interested anymore. Thank you. This is horrible. And she said she just saw these golden threads. This just happened to me this morning. I watched this morning. She saw these golden threads and she started cutting. And she came to the last one. And this entity, this like kind of mysterious dark entity came and said, no, not that one. You may not cut that one. Which kind of gives me chills, to be honest with you. Actually, you may not cut that one. Like, she didn't, she couldn't. So your twin, perhaps, this is their energy. They were seeing this at some time as the runner, as something fruitless. It's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. Why are we doing this to each other? They tried to cut cords with you, and they couldn't. They couldn't. Where they are now. Where are they now? The Hierophant. Aha. The Hierophant, number 5, Major Arcana. Hierophant is like the Pope of the Tarot, like the great spiritual authority, the connection between this and the next. This and the divine, rather. This and the divine. Very interesting, because where they are now, they're communing with spirit. Because, you know, you think that as a chaser, you're in pain. As a runner, they're in pain too. It's very hard to admit that if you're the chaser. It's very, well, they ran away from me. How could they be in pain? It's like, no, no, no. They were running away from you because they got scared of how much they loved you. Twin flame facts. So now I was asking for clarification. They're like, I couldn't cut this cord. What do I do? What do I do? And they're communing with spirit. They're really trying to understand what it all means. Really, really trying. I don't see the Hermit card here. It did not show up in this reading. The Hermit card is talking about a dark night of the soul, a spiritual awakening, right? So they're not at that level. They're still on number 5. The Hermit is at number 9. So they still have a path. There's a 5. We got to the 7, but they haven't gotten to the 9 yet. And there's a 6 here. So they're asking good questions, though. I will say this. There's a part of them that is aware. And maybe they don't call it twin flame, but they know that you are their divine counterpart. They know it. They know it. They may act like they have their head in the clouds, not paying attention. They know. What's the energy of the connection? The connection, 2 of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So both of you, I mean, look at this. So 2 of Pentacles, this is the same suit, Earth suit. 2 of Pentacles can talk about like a yo-yo effect, like a kind of a juggling or a balancing act between 2 opportunities, 2 chances. But I'm so struck by this, like this. It's almost like looking at your hands. It's like, is this all I have left? Is this all there is? Is there something more? Or what do I do with this? It's like the gesture of the hands is so, so significant. And normally a page, or daughter in this deck, or a page would be offering something to someone, offering something to. I don't see it as you offering or your twin offering, because the seedling is growing within inside of you. So it's almost like, it's like there's something burgeoning inside of you, and you asking the question of yourself, what can I give myself at this time, right? Because the twin flame connection is all about love of self. That's what it's when they trigger you, when your twin triggers you, if they make you feel codependent, not self-sufficient, not confident, right? You could blame it all on them, but it's not about them. It's about what inside of you feels a lack mentality, what inside of you feels like you are not enough. And they have to ask themselves that question too. What's your advice from Spirit? 2 major arcanas, heavy hitter major arcanas. You got the Magician card in the reverse and the Lover's card in the upright. Both, this one's definitely Gemini energy. This one can share Gemini energy. Magician, number 2 in the major arcana, It looks similar both ways, right? Just like the twins, same but not the same. Same but not the same. Just like this card, same but not the same. And the birds started, I don't know if you can hear them. They're starting to tweet outside my window. The Magician card in the upright would talk about somebody who has all of the resources they need at their disposal. They have the power of all four suits in the tarot. You can see here, Pentacles, Cups, Wands, and Swords. They can use all the things that they have in their life to manifest abundance. But right now, Spirit is saying you're not really in that energy right now. Perhaps because you're so focused on this connection, right, that you're forgetting your power as the Magician to manifest. So what do they all say, right, in kind of self-help communities and spiritual communities and just like trying to make ourselves better communities? If you're looking to attract somebody, anybody, you have to be the thing that you're attracting, right? So if you want somebody that's handsome or beautiful or, you know, has a nice job and, you know, makes a certain amount of money and can do this, and then it would help if you were also those things, because then you would be an energetic match to that person, right? So it's not just about like material goods, but it's also just like, wow, they're so confident. They're so fun to be around. They're so interesting. They have so many interests. Be that person. Absolutely be that person so that you can attract that same energy. So it's not to say like, oh, look at what your twin is doing and then like just be everything that your twin is. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is be your authentic self, your most authentic self. And find your life's purpose. And if you're lucky enough and you found your life's purpose, that's amazing, because you are the chaser. I think I am reading for the chaser. If you're the runner, this message may not be for you. If you're the chaser and you've gone through your spiritual awakening, then you already know what I'm talking about. If you haven't yet, if you feel like you're still a little lost, go into meditation, deep meditation. Go for a very long walk in the woods. Safely. Go for a swim, commune with Spirit, get back to healing your inner child wounds, right? Like all those things from childhood that really hurt you. Go back to those moments and heal them as best you can, and like wrap your arms around the little person, the little part of you. Wrap your loving arms. See, oh, okay, what I'm seeing now, you know, that kind of reminds me of the Christmas tree in Charlie Brown. And, you know, that lame Christmas tree that they get for their Christmas pageant, and Linus and Charlie Brown wrap like Linus's security blanket around it, and they give it love and they give it life. This is like your adult self looking at your child self and just really embracing your child self and loving your child self. And saying it's going to be okay. We've made it this far, haven't we? I'm not going to let you down. Healing all of that just causes your ascension, and then it causes your twin to rise up with you. They don't have a choice. So that's your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell notification if you would like to be notified of when I update new readings. Thank you so much.